So I ghosted her. I have missed wearing jumpers so much. As much as I love summer, waking up and just putting on a big oversized crew neck, one of my favorite things ever. It's just past 6 a.m. and I'm getting ready. I'm gonna just get ready for the whole day. I'm gonna go on a walk with Lang, but I wouldn't normally wear makeup just for a walk. But I'm gonna come home and I think that wearing makeup will make me have a more productive day. So we're gonna play to our strengths and our weaknesses. Like, I can tell all of my makeup products are about to run out, and I know they're gonna run out all at the same time because that's just always the case. I also can't believe how early the sun is setting now. I feel so 50-50 about winter. Like, I'm so excited to wear jumpers and not just sit at my desk and sweat all day. I'm excited to walk Winston at any time of the day so we won't overheat. I'm excited for hot coffees and cozy jumpers and a Gold Coast winter as well. I've never lived in Gold Coast for winter before, but at the same time, watching the sunset so early and days just get shorter and shorter is kind of really upsetting. I also really want to challenge myself to keep doing my ocean swims fairly often throughout the week, even when it's cold. Bit of a cold plunge challenge moment, but we'll have to just see how we go because I feel like that'd be really, really hard, which is the point. I can't believe it's Wednesday already because I spent Monday, Tuesday back at Grace's, and then yesterday I sat in front of my computer all day getting my weekly vlog done. Yesterday didn't even feel like it existed. Oh my gosh, it's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. Can't believe it's Thursday. How has this week just happened so quickly? Thursday's basically Friday and Friday is basically the weekend. How did we get here? Today I have a walk with Lang at 7, a call with my friend Gemma at 4, and those are my two things set in stone. I would like to go to the gym at some point. Time to slick back this dirty hair. Okay, the hair oil lit. My hair is so ridiculously long. I think I have a hair appointment next week or the week after. I'm gonna need this ponytail chopped a little. I was kind of tempted, like, do I just go short for winter and then by next summer it'll grow out? But I just feel really attached to my long hair. I can't explain that. Some sunscreen on my scalp. This is the look for the day. Wow, I'm so excited to be back in Cronex. Good morning. I don't know why, but I can't say good morning on the vlog without putting on an accent. How fun is my blue fit today? Yeah, these are both old Whitney items from Gymshark, but I just really love. Winnie and I went for a walk this morning. We had a great time. He's been a tired little baby ever since we got home. He's sunbaking.
I'll let you get back to it. So returning.
But I'm about to head to the beach. I have a package that I want to try on before I go to the beach. Ochre Lane, I think that's how you pronounce it. We're having a 30% off sale, and I've had my eye on their one pieces for the longest time, but they're so expensive. So when I saw the sale, it just felt like a sign. They have a great size range, if I remember correctly, and I was told if you're in between sizes to size up. So I got a size 20. How beautiful is this? I got it in the brown cocoa color. Soph and I did also like buy the exact same swimmers in the exact same sale, so I love that matching moment for us. I hope they don't make my boobs look so bad. Okay, let me try it on. Okay, I don't think I've ever had a swimsuit fit me so perfectly. Wow, it really holds the girls in stunningly. Makes them look almost non-existent, which I'm kind of here for. I normally opt for a bit of a cheekier bottom, but I really love the material. Like, the ribbed soft material is so nice. I can't get over how it makes my boobs look. I think, actually, let me go get them. White linen pants, wearing it like a bodysuit. Yeah, no, I'm obsessed. I think it's worth an arm and a leg. I really enjoy. But I'm gonna wear this to the beach. I'm gonna take my Kindle and go to the beach and read in the sun. I feel like even though the weather has gotten a lot cooler recently, the middle of the day in the sun still gets quite warm. So I'm trying to decide whether I should go to like the beach and swim in the waves, or if I just want like a cool, calm, still water vibe like Talabudra. Oh, it's school holidays! That is an awful realization to make. I feel like since I moved to the beach, I haven't prioritized going to the beach for like a long period of time and just enjoying my alone time. I feel like I just go for a quick dip and then I head home, which is strange. Like, I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why I do that. Maybe because I know it's there. I know I don't need to go for a long time. My sunscreen is almost out. I'm gonna reapply some of my face sunscreen. This is my second bottle of this sunscreen and I love just having a fresh bottle. Gonna pack both of these. I think my Crocs are downstairs. I love this fit so much. Are you kidding me? Look at the way I'm holding the camera. I'm obsessed. Every time I speak at that Speakworks, they have no idea what I'm saying. Thanks so much. You too. She complimented my nails. Are we best friends?
Karma's on her scent like a bounty hunter.
Stop.
Not the face, buddy. Anything but the face.
I feel like my skin looks like red too.
Really?
Like, will it just, do you think so?
No.
No?
You kind of glowing.
Kind of glowing. Soph and I did a sauna this afternoon and I haven't done a sauna in like years and it was hard. I feel like I'm really good, not really good, but I find cold plunges way easier and like heat things are just so hard. Can you not bark when Lang gets here? Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Okay.
I'm swinging around.
Okay. As I was saying, Lang's about to be here. She's brought dinner and we're just gonna have a little, I want to say movie night. We probably won't get through a whole movie, but just a chill night on the couch. I'm so excited to eat some noodle chicken curry rice. I feel like I've just done a really hard, intense workout after that sauna. Like, I'm exhausted. So this couch is the only place I want to be. And so for now, we're thinking we might watch a few episodes of The Bold Type, start rewatching it for like the 5th time. It's just such a good feel-good show. Oh, yum.
What flavour did you get?
My nails.
Did she? That's the second one today, isn't it?
They're all flooding with me.
They're all in love with it.
Oh, you got the rainbow. No, rainbow ice cream just freaks me out. Like, why does it need to be that many colours? This is 2 colours. Why?
I feel like this setup is very much giving old school YouTube sit down video and I'm kind of here for it. This vlog is on the shorter end and so I thought it would be fun to sit down, add a little Q&A to the end of it. I feel like I haven't just sat down and done a Q&A and answered some questions and like chatted in a really long time. I skipped my start of the year Q&A that I normally do because I was mentally not ready to answer all the questions you were asking. And then obviously Soph and I have been chatting a lot on our Let's Unpack That episodes, but I still thought it would be fun to just sit down and chat. So I asked some questions on my Instagram as usual and he came through. I also have the aircon on so I can wear a jumper. If that ain't Queensland, I don't know what is. To be fair, a lot of the questions in here are asking about my dating life, how the apps are going, how online dating is going. I wish I had more to tell you, but I'm just figuring it all out. I'm scrolling on the apps when I can be bothered. I'm messaging a few girls. I don't feel like there's any tea or information to give you, but I feel like I'm finally at the point where I know what I want. I know what I have to offer. I will say I feel like texting on apps and stuff feels super unnatural, but I also think that that's just because it's a new thing that I'm doing. I don't feel like this is how dating was meant to like start and originate from, but equally the way that the world is just like evolved, I do think that this is just like the easiest way to meet people, especially with my job. I don't leave my house, so it's going. I'm chatting, I'm having fun. When I have something to soft launch, I will be soft launching it, but for now there's no tea and updates. I'm so sorry. Someone asked you ever miss going into a job, and have you ever considered a shared working space? And I really miss going into a workplace. I think just the like community side of it, I didn't realize how much I appreciated it until my work just involved me sitting and editing my own face for hours a day. I love my job so much. I am so grateful and thankful to have been put in this position. There are so many pros and cons, and I think that one of the cons is not having a community on this side of the screen. I will say that there are a few things changing in my work world kind of soon, which means I will have a bit more structure and a bit more of a community workspace vibe, which I'm so excited about. I even think all the time how fun it would be to just go and get a little barista job on the side, so that I had like a couple days a week where I was getting outside of the house, talking to people, talking to strangers. If you didn't know, I used to be a barista, so I loved making coffees. I loved that side of my work back then. I think it was the whole like management and the company I was working under. But I equally think that if I were to get a second job, tax wise, I would actually be like losing money, I think, because I already pay an arm and a leg in tax, and I know that it would be so much more if I had a second income as well. So anyway, I'm hoping that when all of the work things change behind the scenes for me, working in a new environment and alongside other people, I think that will really benefit me. Someone asked what your younger self would be blown away to know, and back a little while ago on TikTok, when the whole things that would send my 2020 self into a coma trend was going around, ever since then I actually just can't stop thinking about how much I wish I could go back and talk to my younger self. Literally yesterday I found an old journal from me journaling in September, October, November of 2020, which is around about the time I went full-time on social media, and I was writing down all the brands I was working with and the rates that I was getting paid. I was journaling about getting signed as a Gymshark athlete, and I wish that I could just go back and give her a little hug and just tell her that it gets even better and better, and to like keep working hard. I also think with my whole sexuality journey, leaving the church, she would be gobsmacked, but I think she would deep down like know that it was coming, you know. It's also really interesting because I got really like inspired after reading my old journal entries, like seeing how excited I was for what now seems like so little. Like that was obviously such a big deal for me at the time, whereas now I'm kind of laughing. I'm like, oh well, you're getting paid like 4 or 5 times that amount now, and I've done so many other amazing things alongside Gymshark, and like I don't know, it makes me, it like humbles me a little bit, like reminds me that I worked really hard to get here, and like I shouldn't just be taking everything for granted. Someone asked, are you currently planning any more interstate or overseas trips for this year? I'm actually going to Melbourne in a month tomorrow, which is so exciting. I went to Melbourne a couple months ago to see my friend Gemma, and I ended up not being able to get to see her. So many circumstances out of our control, and she's planning to come up here for my birthday, but I didn't want to wait until July to see her, so I'm going back down. I'm so excited to give her a big hug. I haven't seen her in so long, and long distance friendships suck so much, so I'm very excited for that. And then I think the girls and I are going to organize a little like Sydney trip. Rachel and I want to go to Adelaide and visit Kirsty and Ella sometime this year, and then at the end of the year, Soph and I are planning to have a white Christmas, which is so exciting. Ever since I went to Europe last year, I've got the biggest travel bug, but also since moving to the Gold Coast, I need to be smart about what I'm doing and what I'm spending my money on. Moving to the Gold Coast, my rent almost doubled. We hate to see it. And I also really love the lifestyle I have here. Like I used to have weekends away on the Gold Coast all the time, and so I guess like the money I'm spending on that, I'm now just spending on my rent. But part of me is just like, I just want to stay here all the time because I love living on the Gold Coast, but then part of me is like, I need to be in another country ASAP Rocky. But I'm very excited for all my little trips coming up. Someone asked, what made you realize that you needed to leave the church to grow? If you haven't already, I will leave a link down below to Soph and I's last Let's Unpack That episode, where I talked all about my sexuality journey, leaving the church, coming to terms with everything. I tried to give as much detail and information in that video as possible, but leaving the church was a tough one. I think that I knew deep down that I was going to church for the wrong reasons, and so many times throughout this whole journey it was me being like, oh, I'm thinking this, but I'll deal with it later, I'll deal with it later, and then I ended up just having to confront all of these feelings that I've been pushing down so hard. And one of those was, why are you going to church? What do you believe? Is everything you're doing in your life like aligning with that? I feel feel like I spent my whole life, oh, I did not plan on crying in this. Me, I'm ready to talk about it. Also can't talk about it without crying. Cool. I tried for my whole life for so long. I tried so hard to really connect with the church, with Christianity, with the practices that they were teaching, and I just don't think that I ever really connected to it. I feel like that goes so much deeper than I'm even ready to like think about and talk about. But I think at the end of the day, I was just going because I'd always been, because my friends were going, because I didn't want anyone to ask me why I wasn't there. I feel like there was a lot of like shame and guilt around not attending, but I just went one week and I just knew that that was going to be my last time there. I just feel like I was living a lie for so long to please everyone that I loved, and for so long I'd convinced myself that I could pretend my whole life. And I laugh now, but like back then I really thought that if I just faked it, I'd make it. And something would click and I would feel connected to it, and it just didn't happen, and I was just honestly exhausted from like keeping up this front. So yeah, I just went one week and I knew that I probably wasn't going to be going back. I feel so awful saying all of this because it just goes against like everything, but once I left I felt really light, like I had room to breathe and I had time to think about everything, and that just kind of really started it all. I don't know where I stand with religion. I don't know what I do and don't believe. I think that's okay. I'm giving myself time and grace and patience. Religion is such a hard, tricky thing, and everyone's journey is so different. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope that came across in the right way. Okay, I didn't really mean for this to get that deep, so let's move on. Actually, going along with that, a lot of people have been asking how therapy has been going. I'm really sad to report that I think I need to find a new therapist. I know that so many people told me when I first started therapy, it's okay if you don't like them, if you don't get along, if you don't gel, if it doesn't feel right. I've heard of so many people having to go through so many therapists before they find the one, but I was just convinced that I was not going to be one of those people. And there was nothing wrong with the therapist I was seeing. I just didn't really feel connected, and I don't feel like our conversation was flowing as much as it should. So I ghosted her. Well, to be fair, I cancelled an appointment because I hadn't done my homework yet, and then she was like, yep, just email this email to book in your next appointment, and then I just never booked in my next appointment. And I don't think therapists chase people up, so it's kind of a stunning breakup, you know. I'd only seen her a few times, so I don't feel like it warranted a goodbye message. I'm annoyed that I have to like go back to the doctor, get another referral, find another therapist, have another first appointment. Like that was so hard for me to do once. Now I have to do it again. But equally, I'm just trying to remind myself that good therapy will be worth it. And as you just saw from how I reacted talking about the church so lightly, I have a lot to unpack and I need a professional to help me. So I need to book in a doctor's appointment ASAP and get that ball rolling. Yeah, therapy's not going, but we will be trying again. Someone asked, how are you finding your move to the Gold Coast now that you've had a bit of time to settle in? And I love it here so incredibly much. I will say I really miss my friends and family back home. I still see everyone very often, but almost like thinking about the distance between us upsets me. I miss sleepovers with Grace. I miss driving over to my brother's places for dinner. I missed being able to make plans at a drop of a hat, but at the same time I love living so close to the ocean. It's almost ruined me because I don't know if I can ever live far away from the beach now, because I know how good it is. I love this house. I love this area. I do feel like I need to put in more effort of getting out of the house and making friends, or just seeing people I know here a bit more often. As I mentioned with my job, it's so incredibly isolating, so being far away from everyone I know as well makes that a little bit harder. But moving away from everyone and everything that I know, I think has been one of the best things I've done just in this huge transition of life, and I think it's just what I needed, so I'm really loving it. Okay, I think this is the last one I'm going to answer, but someone asked, do you prefer living with someone or by yourself? And I've been thinking about this so much recently because I've been struggling so much with loneliness. And if you've been following me for a while, you would have heard me talk about being lonely literally so often. I've been single for almost 25 years, so I know how to spend time alone. And I'm kind of a professional at it at this point. But there are times when the loneliness wave just really comes and it's just really hard down there, you know? And lately has been one of those times. I 100% prefer living alone. I think with my job I kind of just have to, and I think the only other option to that is living with a partner down the track, obviously. But I just feel like I'm such an inconvenience to other people when I live with them, because my work is not just 9 to 5, it's just whenever I need to work, and they have to change their life accordingly, which I just feel like is unfair. I also think that I'm a very annoying person to live with because I like things a very particular way, and so I struggle like sharing my space with other people. In saying that, I have loved living with everyone that I have lived with over the years, living with my high school friends, living with Rachel, living with my brother. Like, it has all been such great experiences, but I do think living alone is best for me. In saying that, it gets so lonely. And it's so hard a lot of the time. Maybe it's harder now than it has been in the past because I feel very ready for a relationship. As I was saying before about online dating and stuff, like I know what I want, I know what I'm after. Whereas I feel like the last 24 years, I knew that I wasn't ready for anything, and I knew that I wasn't dating because I didn't know what I wanted. And I just feel like I'm the whole full version of myself, and I'm ready to have a partner, and I'm just still single, and it's so lonely. And even like I love having sleepovers with my friends, and then I just come home and I have to sleep in my bed alone, and I'm like, oh, like it just sucks sometimes, but that's just the waves of being single, living alone. I am so incredibly thankful that I have Winston, because he helps so much. Even though he's just a tiny little sausage, he brings me so much comfort, and the fact that I can talk to him all day makes me feel a little bit less alone. Which we love to see. But I've been talking for almost 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end this here. Thanks for watching this vlog. Thank you for chatting with me at the end. I'm so grateful for all of the love and support I've received recently. Opening up online is always so scary, and it just opens you up to a lot of room for hate and criticism, but I truly have the best community on here, and you make my life 10 times better, and I'm so grateful to go along life with you. But I hope you're having the best week so far, and I'll see you in a new video very soon. Bye!